Now, I'm getting ready to do one of those Poshmark shows. I'm actually sometimes getting lucky with the sales. I'm not saying I'm going to get rich off it again, but sometimes I lose a little money. And sometimes I've actually made some money and more than I kind of expected to. So, but I want to do the shows better. Now, you see, again, the stage fright. Here, I don't care because nobody expects anything. But when I have to actually do it on Poshmark, I get, I want to be calm. Like, first of all, and you guys tell me about the sound. Unfortunately, I'm noticing the filming from the phone is a lot better than the sound. And the sound is a lot better on that microphone. I have this fancy microphone here, which is awesome. Yeah, the iPhone is pretty good also. But I don't know how to attach a microphone to the iPhone. Maybe I'd have to have some sort of router or like something where I would plug this end into one part so that my voice will be filming here, because what I noticed with this, the iPhone picks up the air conditioning, which is behind me. I have to work with the air conditioning on because it's too hot. But this drowns out the background noise, so they only hears my voice. But the filming is better from the iPhone, so I gotta figure that out too. So anyway, so basically, if anybody comes on, there's no one on right now. Let me know how the sound was. I'm about to hang up since there's no one here. I realize I look kind of sunken in. I'm going to put on a little makeup. And then, oh, hi, Poetic YY. Oh, I'm trying to, oh, you're welcome. I was actually trying to do, actually, while you're here, I'm going to try something. So, I have this. Let me turn up the air. Can you hear the air in the background? It'll turn off in a second. All right, it's gonna start getting warm in here. That's the problem, but good thing that autumn is coming. So I bought the. First of all, I've been having my nails done, so that's already. So if I can remember to speak softly, and then I thought I would do an unboxing of this box, which is kind of plasticky and it's wrapped. So I've been like planning that video, but then I get all nervous and I don't do it. So I thought I would do this, but I would do it, but I wouldn't show my face. And I would go, and oh, here's the box that I just bought from, I think it was Five Below. I want to, see, I don't want my face on there because my face starts to show like emotion, and I want it to be like, so I would put it like, sort of like that. And then, so what I bought, it was, I found a very beautiful hair clip. So is that working? And then, of course, I would try to tap as I show. This, I think, is a brush, a makeup brush. And anyway, so that's my plan. So let's hope. Is it working? Let me know. I'll put this back in here. And then, of course, at the end, I would put everything back. So it would be double, like what I did and then what I did in reverse. Actually, these are hard to put back in because it's sticky here. So for the Poshmark show, I could actually, if I had jewelry, and you'll find that on the jewelry ones, there will be ladies there in front of the camera showing the jewelry, that they have for sale, and they'll kind of do this. So maybe I could do. That's what I was thinking. I could have like a jewelry sale on Poshmark, and the people that like the ASMR buy a piece of jewelry, and they're not really buying the jewelry. They're really buying the ASMR, but I would send them a token of my appreciation by sending them the jewelry. So that sounds like a good idea. All right. Anyway, I was kind of getting into it. All right. So, but everyone has their kind. Yeah. And I got to remember, that's my soft-spoken is my, got to try to do that. You weren't into the gum chewing. Exactly. When I was falling asleep, I tried to do a couple. Yeah, thank you for noticing. But Poshmark doesn't work in Europe. Oh, that's too bad. They should at least make it work even if you can't buy. But Yeah, I wonder if I could live stream it through. I probably could live stream it through. Well, I could do it through Twitch very easily. Oh, why don't I go on Twitch? Wait a minute. How would I do that? No, because I'd have to go on Poshmark. See, that's why it's helpful for me to have the um, yard stream that I was paying before. Now, if I start working, I'm going to start paying the yard stream um, membership again, where I could stream to 3 or 4 and I could show my screen. And I loved that. Otherwise, I could do it from Twitch, just only on Twitch. So maybe if you wanted to go on Twitch, you could see, I could run the Poshmark somehow. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It'd be best if you could download it. But I think they'll try to grow. So, oh, so you can't do it. So they should let the apps run, even if you can't, like TikTok. I can't sell on TikTok for some reason. I tried. They blocked me on it. I think because I put too many controversial posts, so now I can't sell ever on TikTok, no matter what account I open, because they make me show my ID. So after I showed my ID, they said, you are banned. Not, I don't know if they said banned from ever selling on TikTok, but you do not qualify, something like that. And I do qualify. Well, I don't have the 1,000 followers, but it was for some other reason. So you do have to behave yourself if you want to sell on TikTok. But there are people on TikTok that show and sell jewelry too. You might catch some there. You know, we older people, you're younger than I am, we kind of resist trying the new apps and the new stuff. I was on YouTube and I was like, I was fine with YouTube for a long time until I realized, well, you know, the younger people that I kind of want to reach as well, you know, the 20 somethings are gone from YouTube, I was noticing, or at least a lot of them, you know, I didn't see as many young people. And then, yeah, Facebook also, there were no young people there. I was finding all my old friends on. And yeah, then I tried Twitch and I started, oh, okay, here's where they went, you know, because to keep up with people, you got to kind of stick with what they're doing. Anyway, what else? All right, I don't know how I got on that tangent. So maybe I'll do so yeah, I'm thinking the Poshmark show is excellent to do from the iPhone. And thank goodness it's not as hot now as it's been. You know, it's September in Miami. It's been raining a lot. It's been cooling off. So I could live for a few minutes. Actually, I've been doing okay. I've been on here 10 minutes. I'm still not sweating buckets. I'm getting a little warm. But I could go for about 10 minutes with the air off. So that's a good thing. So maybe I'll turn the air on and off, you know, and kind of tell the people I apologize for the air. Or turn the air on and I'd have to move the phone further away. But that air doesn't have the greatest reach. I'd still need a fan. So blah, blah, blah. Good morning. Oh, another person came in. Let's see. Hi there. Good morning. Your random scrambles about anything and everything are your favorite. Yeah, that's what I was hoping that the people who follow me here, as long as I try to keep my voice, you know, lower, you know, that way I would be doing ASMR without trying. Because over there it's like effort. And I really just want to have a channel where I do whatever I want to do, you know, which I at the time thought was going to be that channel. But I ended up making it my own fault. I made it to ASMR. So then people started expecting it. So this is the channel where people don't expect anything. And, you know, I might do a horrible video that I later decide to, you know, delete. I might have put it up for whatever reason. So there you might get lucky. You might get a video that I put up and then thought second of and took it down for whatever reason. Not always for something bad, but just like one time I had it uploaded a eating disorder video on my other channel, on the Susuro Whisper, because I was on one of my rambles where I just kind of was talking about whatever, and I somehow ended up on eating disorders and talking about how I, you know, had very mild, like maybe a lot of people do, you know, a mildly unnatural relationship with food or something. I think I said something like that, and telling how you should be careful and this and that and the other. So it was, I thought, a video that was just common sense, telling girls to be careful, because girls and boys, but, you know, a lot of times it's the women who feel insecure or whatever. Anyway, so the video got all flagged, and first it was taken down, and then it was put back up, but it wasn't allowed to be monetized because it was about eating disorders. So, okay, so I said, fine, you know, I didn't mean for it to be about anything in particular, and if they feel, so I kind of, But then later on, I thought, well, if they took it down. So at one time, I did take that video down, like, put it to private. And then I don't know if I put it back up, rethinking, because, obviously it is something. And it was a video that I thought maybe younger girls could hear, and maybe some of the stuff I said. But anyway, but as it turns out, you can't really protect youth from the internet. They're going to find what they're going to find, however they're going to find it. So if it was an uncomfortable topic that I happened to bring up, they're going to hear it from me, they're going to hear it from someone else. And at least in my case, I thought it was imparting some modicum of wisdom that, be careful, don't let people define you just because you are a couple of pounds overweight, doesn't make, that kind of stuff. But anyway, here I go. I went blabbing. So, turn the air on. Oh, yeah, I will in a moment. Oh, okay, I'll turn it on in a minute. So, puts down potato chips. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. All right. So there's that. And then of course, now I'm afraid to turn it'll start in a minute. It's a little delayed. If I turn the camera away, you're going to see the messy room. That's my other problem. I wanted to face the clothing rack of the clothes that I'm selling and not see the mess I have in the rest of the room, which I'm, in the process of organizing again to remove back into now that I have air conditioning again. But 3 people, yeah. What if I get to 10? That would be amazing. Yeah, I will fix it up, but it's still been in transit for a while. It's been in transition for at least 2 months where I'm saying I'm going to I have been moving stuff around. I have been throwing stuff out, not as quickly as I probably should, because I'm a bit of a hoarder. It's hard for me to throw things out. And if I throw them out, I want them to be, if I get rid of them, they have to be recycled, or they have to be taken to a place that will be using them, I can't just throw it out, So it's a little bit OCD, because they even say all the stuff you recycle, only like a third of it or whatever, a very small percentage actually ever gets recycled, is what I've heard. So, but even so, I think, well, my little piece is the part that's going to get recycled, so there's always something. But, yeah, and I have stuff that I don't want to let go of. Mainly it's because I might need it. And they say that's what hoarders have. Oh, everybody's gone. I have one person. I scared you all. With my hoarding. I'm not going to talk about hoarding. And I got all upset and OCD, so. But, I will. And I am. Yesterday I threw out a hallway rug. Imagine, a very old one that was unsalvageable, had mold growing in it because it had been gotten wet in the rain. Whoever number 1 is listening, the mystery viewer. And it was moldy. The colors had all run together. I even took it to a rug specialist who cleans rugs. He was an Arab man who sells and cleans rugs in the area. He knows a lot he's been in the business, like, I guess the majority of his life. He knows rugs. And he said, don't even bother. The cost of saving this rug is not even worth it. This is like a piece of trash rug. It was never worth probably what you even paid. Like, that's what he told me. And that's what it took me to say, okay, I'll just take it home and let it dry out and see if maybe there's something I can do with it. I was still, and that's when I said, this is ridiculous. I'm throwing this thing out. And my father and I cut it up into pieces, just, to not be, luckily it's a cotton rug. I'm not sure what the fibers were, 100% cotton, but it was mainly cotton, so it will disintegrate in the landfill. But, cut it up. It was a long, hallway rug, so we cut it up into, little mats. They were so cute, they looked like little mats. But the colors were all run together because they weren't very well, they weren't the dyes that hold. Now, the other 2 rugs that I had cleaned, those, I haven't seen them. But when I fix up the room, I'm going to lay down an area rug to put a mattress on. And he said that one came out beautiful. He said, that was a better quality rug that was worth salvaging. It was like $100 to clean. But it was worth it, he said. It's worth more than that. This is the rug that will last forever. It's an oriental rug, very well made, with steadfast dyes that didn't run all together from getting wet. And then imagine, wet from the rain, and then in the hot Miami sun, all rolled up. So it was like boiling water on the inside, I imagine. And all the colors, when I finally unrolled it. So yeah, I should have taken a picture to show you. But that shows you the quality. And it's the same with clothing, it's the same with everything. I may as well tap them. So, oh, well, I may as well show you what I have in here, as long as I'm here. Is the air conditioning, how's that working? Let me show you what we have here. So here is, I bought this plastic, I bought this plastic, I don't know if it's acrylic or if it's just plastic. You see the sound it makes? It's a different sound than you hear from this other thing that I have. One moment, let me show you. I have this other acrylic thing that you tap on, it makes a different sound. There's one there, I have two. Let me go look. You see, this is stuff I have for sale, by the way. If you're interested on a separate topic, if anybody's interested in some clothing for career wear, for wearing to work, similar to what I wear, this is kind of my style for the office. And then we have, you see this one, I have to actually clean it. It's kind of, see, this is acrylic, and that's what, ooh, look how messy and dirty it is. Oh my goodness. That needs to get cleaned. This is like a rubber thing here. It goes on the countertop, and it's invisible. You can't, when it's clean. See? And these are my chrome nails I got done. So that's a different sound, as you can see. So anyway, that's why I don't think this is acrylic, because it gives a different sound. And then over here, this is a Lila Zoom. It's interesting because the Zoom is able to filter out the air conditioning, noise, music in the background. Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't need I thought that my microphone was the one that made the sound better. But if the phone is working better, that's great. This is an iPhone 13, which I always avoided iPhones because I was like, they're too expensive. But since this was an old, look at that. See, now if I were going to the office, just if any ladies are watching, I probably would unbut one more. It looks a little bit too, or maybe not, depends. Anyway. Oh, here, it's a brush. Oh, this is kind of brush you use for your edges. If you have little baby hair edges, you use this brush. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's softer than it's like a soft toothbrush texture. It feels like a soft toothbrush texture. And this is when ladies have baby hair like this, they put a little bit of Vaseline or some kind of grease, and then they can make kind of curls here. I've seen ladies do that now. Black women do it a lot, but I see white women have doing it too. Because I think that was very stylish in the 1920s. Even the men did it, and the men do it on their mustaches. You know, those little curlies that people would use grease in. That was, did I say 1940s? You know, and into the 50s, then they greased their entire head, and they'd use a comb. That would be the men. All right, so that's that. So that's what I would use it for. I'm not quite sure what it says stain remover brush. Let's see. So apparently it's to remove stain from clothing. I wouldn't have thought to use it for that, but yeah, like a toothbrush. I would just use a toothbrush. Oh, here we have, this is actually something I really need to use. It's called a pop socket. This you put on the back of your phone. Here's the instructions. Right here. It explains how to use it. And you stick it on the back of your phone. I actually need this. Oh, look at that. You pull it out like this. It's hard with these nails. So it's the back of the phone. You can take your picture. You know how it's hard to hold the phone sometimes to take your picture, so you can, well, this would be on the back of the phone, but you can hold it however you need to, you know, and here on this side, I hit it with my thumb to take my picture. I'm not going to pull it out of there just yet, or maybe I will, because I could always edit this video into a better ASMR video. So see how that works? You can get this at Five Below. I believe I bought all of these things at Five Below. The next item we have, well, I can't use these right now because I cut my hair. This is a wonderfully strong, now this I believe a friend of mine gave to me. It's very strong. You know how sometimes they're too weak and they don't hold your hair if you have very thick hair. So this is a plastic clip. Cute, a cute color, you know, kind of roses, I think. Those are roses or some kind of fuchsia colored plants. Then next we have, what's this? Oh, it's a mirror keychain. That's useful. Let me open this up. I might send this out as an extra gift to Poshmark. You know, on Poshmark, sometimes I sell it, if they buy something and I made a little bit of money, I'll send a free gift with whatever so this is something, you know, maybe I could send if someone buys from me. It's a keychain. This looks like that kind of lightweight cheap metal that probably will either break easily or the paint will peel off. But the ring is of the good metal. But you may end up having to change this part. This chain part is kind of weak. And then inside here, it's a mirror, but how do I get that open? Oh, it's not that hard, so here you have the close-up, oh, you're seeing my mess. Here are the mirrors. You saw that pile of clothing. It's all clean clothing. I have to fold it. So that's cute. I would definitely send that to someone as a Poshmark extra for the right price. But I know I paid less than $5 plus tax. I probably paid $3 for it, but I got it at Five Below. So, you know, everything there is under $5, or at least I expect it to be. I think now with inflation, that's not the case anymore. All right, I got to put this back away, so I'll do that later. This is a little bit too small. Okay, guys, thanks for stopping in. And if you are in the United States, download the Poshmark app and use Petit Pois. That's PETITPOIX. I think I might have it somewhere. Oh no, it's not showing up here. It's on some of my other videos. Because I sell clothes on there, and you might get some accidental ASMR from me or from other Poshmarkers. Thanks for stopping in. Any last? Oh, I missed all of this. Let's see. Try it. Let's see. Was it just able to access Poshmark? Oh yeah, you can do it on the internet, like not the app. I think you can. I'm not sure if you can watch the shows. Boy, I've never heard such bad audio from so many people. I should open up a yeah, well, definitely, because you know, you might, because people on there, I mean, they do have the more advanced Poshmarkers, you know, who have more experience, and they try to help the less Poshmarkers in the newer Poshmarkers. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm an ambassador now. I've reached ambassador level. It's just a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me of multi-level marketing, except you're selling your own stuff. And the ones who have been there longer, except, you know, it's not that other people make money from you, except for that original $10, But the actual company's making a lot of money because women love trading clothes and selling. We don't necessarily do it for the money. So I kind of started out hoping I'd make some money, and I'm still trying to, but it's hard to stick to the prices because I know what the price I'm asking is right. But then you like with this nice woman who's got cool stuff, and you're like, oh well, maybe, or whatever. You kind of get friendly, and it can become a swap club, and you can make friends with the women in the area, and it's very, clothing is very non-political, like the worst controversy can be, oh, you can't wear white after Labor Day or something, and then somebody says, yes, you can. That's the kind of, how, sure, you can get into a fashion war and be competing over, like, my clothes are better than yours or whatever, but it doesn't usually, or you hope it doesn't lead to major fighting. Bring the husbands in and, oh, look what she said to me, go over and mess up her shop, and I could see that happening too. The Real Housewives kind of thing. But now a lot of men are on there. The men are wise because they know women are like, yay, oh, let's buy this, and men, why not take advantage? As long as everybody knows what's going on. Yeah, a man could get in there, and getting back to, sorry, I didn't mean to make it. Yeah, they could use help with, hey, I would suggest you do this, or why don't I help you out with that? Mine, I have no way to. I'm not sure if only the super ambassador, because like I'm the ambassador level, there's another level of ambassador that's like they have a lot more sales and stuff, and they can save their shows. I can't, unless I save it like I've been doing on YouTube or somewhere else. I can't save it on Poshmark, so that would be helpful to me. But I think the reason is because I have to, So probably the girls, the people who get higher to the higher level. Look at that. I cut my hair, you guys, and look at me. The first thing I do is try to put it back up in a clip. But when I blow dry it properly with the brush and everything, it looks. I'll have to do that. I'll have to wait a little bit. So it's basically, it's amateur QVC. It's so much fun, though. It's like so many women are on there not for the money. They just want to get rid of their clothes because they want to buy new clothes, or they want to trade off for, it's like when friends get together and trade with each other. Like I even had a lady, she came to help clean. I finally got someone to help me. And she's also kind of a friend of mine, someone I kind of knew. Oh, yeah, and we were back here talking about the clothes, and I was telling her, look, I sold this today. Like, I think I had made 5 cents on this. It was a Freddy Krueger shirt that I had laying around. I said, I got to get rid of this. So I put it on Poshmark for $3, which is the minimum. And that $3 goes straight to Poshmark. So every single item that is sold on Poshmark, the owner makes $3 right off the bat. And that's not even the commission. Anything above $3... or above a certain price, I think it's above maybe $10, they also on top of that get a commission. So really, to make money, you got to try to stick within a certain range of price that would give the company less and give you the most bang for your buck. But they do take a large chunk. But it's also a venue where you can meet people who do the same thing. Otherwise, you got to do it by yourself out there in the lone internet, So there's pros and cons. You could maybe eventually form your trade group with women that you mesh with eventually, and I imagine the ones reaching the higher levels that are more serious about it. So I'm trying to get to that next level. My main block on that is the shares. I've got to share 20,000 items of other people. Because they encourage everybody helping each other out and sharing each other's stuff. You do it because it helps you in the long run, but to get him to ambassador, so I'm just sharing whatever, you just share whatever pops up on your, so I'm up to 6, you can see it in my closet. I'm up to, look at me, I'm so proud of myself. I've shared 6,400 and something items of other people. So I got to get to 20,000. But like if I concentrated, I did 100 a day, 100 shares a day. It's a matter of sitting down and finding 100 items and just sharing them, it wouldn't take that long to get there. I mean, it'd take less than a year, wouldn't it? I mean, it wouldn't take that long. I did the math. I don't feel like doing it again. But I remember it wouldn't take that long. 100 a day in 10 days, that's 1,000 right there. I need to get like 14,000 more. So 10, okay, you're making me do math because I'm trying to show you that I'm not dumb. I just was being lazy. So 10 days for 1,000. If I want to share 14,000, that would be 100 days for 10,000. And then, but that's 100 days for 10,000. So then we have 4,000 more. Would that be another 40 days? Was I right? All right. Anyway, it would be less than 2,000 days. It would be like, not much. All right. So there was your math. But yeah, go over. Those of you who can get the Poshmark app, enter this code because you get a $10. And then you can spend the $10 in my shop. So, I'll get 7 of those dollars. Because Poshmark's going to take 3. Where do I put... Oh, I don't know where to write it, though. Okay, well, it's petit pois. I don't have any place to write. Report, message. No. Yeah, I don't know how to write. Anyway, petit pois. It's spelled like petit pois, but instead of S at the end, it's an X because I misspelled it. I thought I was so smart. And that one French word that you don't put an X on the end of if it's a, vowel, is that one. I thought I was correcting someone. Anyway, that's the story of my life. Everything backwards. All right. See you later. Bye. I don't even know how to end it. Where's it? I don't know how to end it. Oh, here we go. Bye-bye, everyone.